Before we start editing the project detail pages, the first thing we need to do is check if our project is checked in or checked out. Project Online works on a checked in, checked out basis to ensure that duplication in changes does not happen. It also prevents multiple people from making changes at the same time. You can check the status of your project by reviewing this grey bar. This project is currently checked in. This means I am free to check the project out to make changes. To do this, simply select the Project tab and then select Edit. You will notice the status bar has now changed to say that it's checked out to me. It also tells me when I checked it out. Whilst this is checked out to me, no one else in the project team can check it out or make changes. However, they can still review the information that's there from the last save. In order to allow someone else to make changes to this project once I've finished making my changes, I would need to check it back in again. You'll notice now this project is checked out to me, I am also able to edit these fields. So let's start doing that. The first field is the project ID. This field is automatically generated when a project is created in the system, so you do not need to change this. Name of the project is the next field. This too is automatically created when your admin sets up the project for you in the system. You will notice that this project field actually has a red star next to it, which indicates that it is a required field or mandatory. Not all fields are mandatory. However, to ensure accurate and total completion of project information, you should, wherever possible, complete every field in the system. This improves the reporting. Cancel priorities and values actually won't let me select in the field. This is because some fields have a drop-down list to select from. In order to access this, you need to select the box to the right-hand side of the field. This will produce a drop-down list, which you can then choose an option from. There is also helpfully a search bar, as some lists can be rather long. Cancel priorities and values is exactly as it sounds. You should select the relevant priority or value that your project or program is linked to. Simply select the option you require and then click OK. This is the same for any drop-down boxes. Type of project allows you to select what type of project you are entering. In this example, I will just select capital. Project schedule type is automatically generated when the project is entered in the system, so you do not need to change this. Directorate reporting is simply as it sounds. You should select the relevant directorate for the project or program you are entering. This should be the owners of the project or program. So if you are project managing on behalf of another department, you should select the department you are project managing on behalf of. Capital Program Board is the relevant program board associated with your capital project or program. This is a particularly important field as it links heavily towards the reporting. It also ensures that your information appears on your board report. So if your information is missing from your board report or your project or program does not show at all on your board report, it is likely because this field has not been completed. The Directorate field allows you to select your relevant director and is fairly straightforward. Project description is our first example of a free text field, where you can simply type anything you want as your project description. You will notice I am now presented with an extra page along the top tabs. This is the Format Text tab and will appear whenever you are in a narrative or free text field within the system. However, formatting and the reporting system Power BI do not work well. I would therefore err against using any formatting in your free text or any text in the system, and simply use unformatted plain text. Project status allows you to select whether your project is on hold, active, withdrawn, or closed. Generally, most projects will be active. However, you may want to put a project on hold if you are unsure of its future, or withdraw or close it if it is not going forward. Some fields in the system will not allow you to edit even when you have it checked out. This is because they are linked to the project plan within the system, as Project Online is based on the Microsoft Project platform. However, most of these fields will not be relevant, as we will not be using a lot of project plan information in this tutorials. Current stage, therefore, will always stay as NA. Start date is a mandatory field and can be selected by selecting the Smart Calendar. It will automatically be populated and will be generally starting on the dates that it was created in the system, but you can edit this. Finish date, construction stage, construction start date, and construction completion date are all examples of information that is pulled directly off of your project plan. Some of this, as in the finish date, may automatically populate, but it is not mandatory to do so. So you do not need to edit these. The remainder of this page is a who's who of who's involved in the project. This ranges from the portfolio holder and SRO all the way down to assistant project managers and project assistants. Some of these options are from drop-down lists. Some of these are free text. And some of these are actually linked to Active Directory. You'll notice the project manager is already completed and again is created when the project is set up in the system by your admin. With the exception of the project manager, all of the people on this section of the page do not have any rights or permissions by adding them in here. This is purely for narrative and reporting purposes. However, the project manager has complete and total control of the project that they are assigned to. Therefore, be cautious when trying to change the project manager, as if you change it to someone other than yourself, you may lose the project completely. And that concludes the first page for the project detail pages.